The Chief Justice said it was more than two centuries. We understood that essentially impeachment was for very rare circumstances and not an appropriate response to rulings you disagree with. What's your reaction to the courts stepping in to make a statement here? They didn't make a statement when Joe Biden decided to forgive all those student loans. Despite
well, he
what
didn't
the court
mention
said.
my name in the statement. I just saw it quickly. He didn't mention my name,
Yeah.
but many people have called for his impeachment, the impeachment of this judge. I don't know who the judge is, but he's radical left. He was Obama appointed. And he actually said we shouldn't be able to take criminals, killers, murderers, horrible, the worst people, gang members, gang leaders, that we shouldn't be allowed to take them out of our country. Well, that's a presidential job. That's not for a local judge to be making that determination.
That's breaking news coming in from Laura Ingraham interviewing President Trump, who responded to Chief Justice John Roberts pushing back on the idea of impeaching Judge Boasberg, over this deportation flights of criminal illegal alien terrorists out of Venezuela and MS-13 into El Salvador. Let's get reaction to that report from Congresswoman Nancy Mace with House Armed Services and House Oversight. Congresswoman, it's a pleasure to see you again. What do you make of all this?
Well, I support President Trump. I support the impeachment of this judge. And in fact, Congressman Brandon Gill out of Texas will be filing articles of impeachment when we get back next week. I hope he does it as a privileged motion and force a vote on this. Look, President Trump, 2025 is the new 1798, the Alien Enemies Act. And he's the leader of the free world. He's the leader of the United States of America. And these thugs, these cartel members, these illegals have to go. You are not welcome in the United States of America. If you come here illegally and are disrupting our nation and her people, you have to go. Wherever we can send you, whatever plane we can get you on, train, plane, automobile, whatever country will take you, I support Donald Trump's efforts to get them out of our nation.
Yeah, Congressman Darrell Issa calls the activist judges the Trump resistance in robes. Now, the Trump Justice Department is asking an appeals court to intervene. Congresswoman, is this judge allowed to weigh in on foreign policy? It involves foreign policy with El Salvador here. I mean, does war on terror mean anything to activist judges?
I don't believe that it does. And I believe at the end of the day, the President of the United States gets the final say on foreign policy. Of course, acting in conjunction with Congress if we're talking about starting wars, for example. However, at the end of the day, Trump gets the last say. He's been doing everything he said he was going to do. He's making good on every promise in the mandate that was given to him in November. He's doing a remarkable job. His numbers are better than they've ever been. America's happier and going to be more prosperous, and we're going to have more of our money. We're not greedy, as Chuck Schumer says, but we want our country to be safer. In fact, in Chester County, South Carolina, just last month, enough fentanyl was found in the home of 2 people, enough to kill 800,000 people. It's crazy what's going on right now, and he wants to keep our community safe and get these thugs out of here, and I support him 100%, as do the vast majority of Americans.
So, Congresswoman, Democrats scored their lowest poll numbers in the history of both CNN and NBC polling. They're at lows hitting to the early 90s, a 35-year low in NBC polls. Democrats passionately argue for the return of alleged murderers, rapists, kidnappers, and child predators to America. They are listed as terrorists. The Trump White House Congresswoman says their active Trenta Aragua out of Venezuela is linked to the communist Maduro regime. They're active in 16 U.S. states. They were sent here, the White House says, to destabilize the United States under orders of Nicolas Maduro. Do you believe that?
I do. And in fact, I was just on an ICE raid a couple weeks ago in Charleston, South Carolina, in my hometown of Goose Creek, and agents thought that the individual they apprehended might have had connections to Tren de Agua. I believe that they're everywhere, like Sinaloa Cartel and MS-13. These people are everywhere. And I had a bill just a few weeks ago that passed overwhelmingly out of the House of Representatives in January to deport those here illegally who are rapists, murderers, and pedophiles, and 145 Democrats voted against common sense, voted against deporting the worst of the worst.
Are you going to bring that bill back?
Well, it passed out of the House. It now sits in the Senate, where I would like Republican leadership in the Senate to take it up and put it on the president's desk to sign into law.
Well, thanks for that update. Congresswoman Mace, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. It's good to see you.